Hare Krishna. So here Krishna is going to describe now in the next few verses that how a living entity gets bewildered, how a living entity is put in illusion. So we start from shloka number 27. Ichha dvesha samuthena dvandva mohena bharata sarvabhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. So here Krishna is saying, O Parantapa, O conqueror of enemies, O Bharata, O best of the Bharatas. So here he is saying that Ichha Dvesha Samuttena Sarva Bhutani Sammoham Sarge Yanti. So Sarva Bhutani Sammoham Sarge Yanti. So all the living entities are born in what? Sammoham, in delusion. And Ichha Dvesha Samuttena Dvandva Mohena. And this happens by bewildered by dualities. That is Dvandva Mohena. And this arises from what? Ichha Dvesha Samuthena. Ichha means desire and Dvesha means hate. So basically here Krishna is saying that the living entities are born in delusion and they are bewildered. They are bewildered by the dualities which arise from Ichha and Dvesha. Ichha means desire and Dvesha means hatred. So this is a very nice shloka which actually talks about why a living entity is stuck in this material world. And how come that a living entity, even after getting this opportunity to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is not able to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead? What is that covering all about? This is what is spoken here in this particular shloka. In the purport here it is given, the real constitutional position of the living entity is that of subordination to the Supreme Lord who is pure knowledge. When one is deluded into separation from this pure knowledge, he becomes controlled by the illusory energy and cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the crux of why we are stuck here. As we have been speaking about this, the constitutional position, the Swarupa of a Jiva is what? Jivera Swarup hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. So Jiva is Nitya Das of Krishna. So subordination to Krishna is what is the constitutional position of all of us. But then as soon as there is Bhog Vancha, as soon as there is Vancha or the desire of sense gratification, what happens? Nikatastha Maya Tare Jhapatiya Dhare. So Maya or illusory potency of the Lord is there always near us. And as soon as we get this sense desire, the desire for sense gratification, she captures the living entity and puts him into illusion. So this is what exactly has happened. As soon as that pure knowledge of we being the servant of Krishna goes away, all the illusory things will start. And understanding Krishna at that time becomes very difficult. Because in illusion, the person thinks that he is the master. And a master does not want another master above him. So a master does not want Krishna. This is exactly what happens when people are in illusion. Even now we can do a survey if needed. We can ask people and see how many of them accept Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. They will not be able to accept. Many people are not able to accept. They just keep themselves away from this particular topic. If they accept some other master, it means they are no more a master. So it's very difficult for them to accept that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here a nice thing is given, that why this or how this illusory energy works. The illusory energy is manifested in duality of desire and hate. This is how the illusory energy works. So in duality of desire and hate, this gets manifested. Due to desire and hate, the ignorant person wants to become one with the Supreme Lord and envies Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So look at the person in illusion, how things are happening. So he has a desire. The desire of a living entity is always for doing sense gratification. Always self-centered, always selfish. So here, this is the peak of all the illusion. So what is that? Now he has a desire to become one with the Supreme Lord. So one with the Supreme Lord means he'll also become supreme. So that desire he has, one with the Supreme Lord. And then after that, what is he hating? So he has the desire to become one with the Supreme Lord, but what is he hating? He is hating the Supreme Lord himself. This is the peak of all the illusion that a person can have. Why we are here in this material world? This is that reason. We envy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are not able to digest that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, Krishna is the master, he is the proprietor of everything. We want to compete. We can see in our day-to-day life also how each and every person is competing to become the master. So we say, cutthroat competition. What is this competition all about? To become the master. That's what is the competition all about. And when it grows, then that enviousness grows. At the peak, the person starts hating the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. This is exactly what happens to a person who is in illusion. Here it's given about pure devotees. Pure devotees who are not deluded or contaminated by desire and hate can understand that Lord Sri Krishna appears by his internal potencies, but those who are deluded by duality and nescience think that Supreme Personality of Godhead is created by material energies. Now pure devotees, they know that my master, my master is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is completely spiritual. He has descended from Goloka Vrindavan just to do his pastime and attract all the fallen conditioned souls. But a person who is envious of Krishna, what he thinks? Okay, he is another person like me. So what's the difference? I have 2 eyes and 2 hands and 2 legs. He also has the same. So what is the difference between the two? Maybe I am fair, he is black. So this is the envious nature which manifests when the person pulls down the position of Krishna to his level and starts analyzing that not much difference. This body is created by the matter. Similarly, body of Krishna is also created by matter. He is another living entity, another conditioned being. And that's how people talk so many nonsensical things about the Lord. Oh, he stole the clothes of gopis. Oh, he did Rasa Leela. He married 16,108 queens. So, people are not able to digest all these things. And they go away from Krishna. Least they know that this is the trick of Krishna to have only pure devotees close to him. And all the envious people will automatically get away from Krishna as soon as they hear about all these pastimes of the Lord. So this is a very important point to understand, that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no tinge of desire for sense gratification in Krishna. Because he is Atmaram, he is completely satisfied. Then why is he doing all these leelas? Just to satisfy his devotees. Just to satisfy his devotees he is doing all that. So we devotees should never get this doubt that, what sort of God he is. Maybe he is another human being like us. No. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he can do all these marvelous things, wonderful things by his potency. But we cannot think of doing that. So people in illusion, at the peak, they think Krishna is another person like me. Such deluded persons symptomatically dwell in dualities. So what are the dualities in which these people dwell in? First, dishonor and honor. All the time the person will keep thinking about this. Oh, this place is good because they honor me. Oh, that place is not good, I'll not go next time. Why? I was dishonored last time. Always, all the time, the mind is filled with all these things. Misery and happiness. All the time, one or the other thing is filled in his mind. Oh, by doing this activity, I'll be happy. Oh, this I shouldn't do because this is miserable. Man and woman, good and bad, pleasure and pain, etc. And what is his thought process? This is my wife, this is my house, I am the master of this house, I am the husband of this wife. These are the dualities of delusion. Those who are so deluded by dualities are completely foolish and therefore cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when someone is deluded, is always dwelling in these dualities of good and bad, positive, negative, or whatever. So such people, their minds are completely filled. Where is the question of thinking about Krishna or doing devotional service? So it's very important to understand that people who are free from dualities, or at least trying to be free from dualities, such people can actually understand Krishna. So when we practice devotional service, this is what will happen. We'll be able to understand the reality. And this is a known fact. It is observation that many devotees who start practicing Krishna consciousness, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They start seeing the situation from the bird's eye view. They're able to see that, okay, now the happiness has come, and after some time it will go, distress will come. Distress will go, happiness will come. Why literally get bewildered towards this? And they have answers to all the questions of whatever is happening in their life. They know very well that it's happening because of my past karma. I have to suffer anyways. So they are not bewildered. They don't become unstable. They are peaceful in every situation. They're satisfied in every situation. Why? Because they're taking shelter of Krishna. So everyday practice of Krishna consciousness is taking shelter of Krishna. It's a practice of taking shelter of Krishna. And especially in critical times, the person becomes successful in taking shelter of Krishna, and he is not at all bewildered, and he does not become unstable. So this is seen even in new devotees who start practicing Krishna consciousness. Slowly and steadily, these symptoms manifest. So it's very important. Doesn't matter who the person is. Everyone should take up to Krishna consciousness, practice devotional service by chanting the holy names and other different elements of bhakti. Now, after having said this, that the living entities are bewildered, so they cannot understand Krishna. Now the question is, who can understand Krishna? Is there anyone in this world who can understand Krishna? So Krishna is answering this question in the next shloka. So let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,